What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Shiba Inu's price also just got kicked down a stairwell, and I want to tell you exactly what is going on, should we be concerned or not, and what I'm doing right now. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. Now guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Shiba Inu yourself on up to 500x leverage, you can check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, if you do sign up specifically with my link on this landing page, you're going to get a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means that if you deposit, say, $2,000, they're going to give you $200 on the spot to start trading with. If you turn that $200 into, say, $500 or $600, all that profit you made is yours. This is literally an opportunity to make free gains during a moment like this where there's dips everywhere. You never know when these dips are going to turn into big green candles, and you're just going to have made free gains. So go check that out down below. It's a great trading platform, one that I've used several different times every single day, basically. So feel free to go check that out down below. Let me know what you think, and go get access to that 10% bonus, because I don't know how much longer they're gonna let me have it. Now, looking at Shiba Inu, let me give you a little context. You guys know I like to give you a little context as to what is going on and where we've been. So what we know is that, of course, macro sense. Boom. Let's just go out real quick. I know we do this every video. Don't get mad at me, but people need context, okay? What we can see here, Shiba Inu, descending channel, right? Big old structure. We broke out of it. While we were breaking out of it, we put in the inverse head and shoulders. Two very bullish structures now. We broke out of two very bullish structures, both of which gave us a breakout zone towards the top side. And what we have been doing over the last couple weeks has been tracking Shiba Inu's progress at getting up towards our breakout zone. Now, most recently, we've been talking about what's been happening within this little pennant right here. It's called a bullish pennant, and it's just called a bullish pennant because oftentimes it looks like a pennant and it's bullish because it usually breaks out to the upside. And what we have been tracking is Shiba Inu's progress at breaking through this pennant. Of course, you can see here that we came into our little DCA zone 1, 2, and 3. We used DCA zone 1 and 2 to hold up some support and break up towards the upside. And over the last few days, we have been feeling the joy, baby. Things were looking good. I mean, we were dancing around with our gold coins until, again, Shiba Inu got push down some stairs, and now we of course can see this negative 10% day. Now, caught up to modern day, now that we are seeing what is going on, a lot of people are wondering, what is this? What is going on? Is this red? Why is it so red? What is going on? Is it bad? Is the pump over? Are we just going to go back to being stale? Because people were getting excited, right? Like, damn, like Shiba Inu finally did something. It's been sideways for 2 weeks, then it finally does something, and right after it does something, it pulls all the way back. So people were wondering, and I know that's what a lot of you have on your minds, right? What happens next, and why is this happening? And that's what I'm going to try to answer for you all today. So I will let you know, okay? There are going to be some things I'm going to go over in this video, like Fibonacci's, that can get a little bit confusing. If you're a beginner who's a little bit new to this, you're trying to get better at this, or if you're an advanced trader who is just trying to elevate their game, maybe start using leverage trading to make exponential gains, whatever it may be, all I ask from you while you're watching this video, you specifically, is to stick around to the end or just jump to the end real quick and then come back. Because at the end, I'm going to tell you about the Discord server, which is somewhere you can go if you really want to just start getting better at this whole crypto thing. We have all of, my insights and purchases and buys and stuff every now and then, daily technical analysis, daily fundamental analysis, professional traders giving buy and sell signals, premium classes on things like the Fibonacci's, live workshops, beginners courses, and we have the community going absolutely nuts. People are learning and implementing strategies and making ridiculous amounts of gains over and over and over again. So if you're one of those people who, again, are just simply trying to get better at this crypto thing, stick around to the end of the video. Now, looking at SHIB, okay, what is going on? First and foremost, that's what people want to know. What is going on? Well, I don't believe that it's as bad as people think. Okay, people think that what's happening with Shiba Inu right now is that its price is just going all the way back down to where it came from, that we're going to go back to going sideways, and that what we've been seeing over the last few days was going to be the most short-lived pump that Shiba Inu's had in a couple months. It's possible, but I don't think it's confirmed to me yet. I'm not willing to say that that is the case quite yet because of more of what we are seeing from more of the macro sense. Okay, in a bull market, let me explain something to you real quick. In a bull market, cryptos make structure. Okay, you guys know I love structure. Structure is one of my favorite things on earth. And structure just means that there's a little candle that's followed by another candle and another candle. And as those candles keep making more and more candles, and we get more candles as time goes on, they start to create little patterns and shapes. And I think these patterns and shapes are some of the best things that you can study if you really want to understand what's going on in this whole crypto thing. But sometimes there are moments where we create these structures. For example, this is called a consolidationary channel. So it's a channel that's just going sideways. And what happens during these bull markets is that you're going to break out of these structures. And what's going to happen a lot of the times at that given point is that, man, the bears, that we're going to get liquidated up here get absolutely liquidated, and the bulls start going in. But the issue is that in a bull market, everyone gets greedy. They get so greedy. Like, oh my goodness, I'm going to go long on 100x leverage. And they start going greedy. And the liquidations start piling up. And the next thing you know, this market pulls back and liquidates all of those greedy bulls who came in, started going too big on leverage. And what ends up happening is that the price ends up coming back down towards this structure and does what's called a back test, which is quite simply in this scenario, when you're trying to flip this resistance, so the top side of the structure, this resistance, into some support. And the goal here is to then use that support, now that the bears have been liquidated and the bulls have been liquidated, to then continue into the bull market. We see this happen all the time. And guys, this is called a back test. Okay, you break through a structure, you go back to it, and you bounce back off of it again. That's called a back test. Now, not all back tests are successful. Sometimes you go for the back test and you just fail. Boom. And you don't hold that support and you capitulate. And this is not good. It's never good. This is called a fake out, and it is never good. You almost always crash after that. But back tests are very common. They're very normal, especially during bull markets. So let's apply that to what we're seeing from Shiba Inu right now. What we can see from SHIB is that SHIB's price has come all the way back down, and now it's starting to find a little bit of support. And what you can see is that the moment now that it's trying to find some support rests exactly on top of this previous point of liquidity we had back here. You guys remember when we broke out of this pennant, I told you need to watch this level right here, this little 2824 level very closely, because if we're able to break above it, we've now set the macro high and things are good. Well, just like it was very important as resistance, now it's going to serve as very important as support. And what we can see is that SHIB's price is trying at this exact moment to flip that resistance zone into some support. Will it be successful? Quite frankly, guys, I don't know. But what I do know is that it will give it a good try. And the beautiful thing about it is that even if we do lose support here, we still have this descending channel of resistance, this descending level of resistance below us. So even if we go maybe ABC correction back towards the downside, there's still a very good chance that SHIB's price holds some support and then tries to continue off of this previous point of resistance. So it's not that we just only have one try, we have two good tries for SHIB's price to be able to use one of these key levels of resistance as support and continue upwards. And knowing that we have that is a good thing, because again, we're in a bull market. Over time, things for the most part will go upwards. And so the more opportunities that we have to go upwards, the better, because it's more likely that we do. Now, whenever we look at something like our RSI, this is giving us some good signs. Look at this, okay? So what you can see is that as we have gotten this pullback, the RSI is nearly all the way back towards its 50% threshold. You guys can see here that in this last, couple weeks, this is the level it resets to. This is the level it resets to, right? We've been resetting back to this 50% threshold a ton, and we're already almost back there. We're already almost to the level in which we were towards these points, and that's a good thing, because it means that even if we do continue lower, the likelihood is that we will get that further and full reset and then try to continue while the price itself is higher. This is called bullish divergence, okay? And so because of that, from our indicator perspective, things are looking good, and so I am pretty confident. Now, as a result of that confidence, what I did go ahead and do, I can show you here, and feel free to pause this and read it if you want, I don't care. We can see here, here we go, scooped up some more SHIB on this macro back test. I told the Discord server earlier that I am picking up a little Shiba Inu while we are on this back test, because I do think it has a good chance of either here or a little bit lower, building up some support and trying to continue back to the top side. And then, of course, we'll just have to go from there. And so because of it, although it does feel scary whenever you're watching your favorite crypto get kicked down a stairwell, it's not that scary at the end of the day when you can assign actual context to it and understand what's trying to happen right now. So, of course, I will continue to update you. I'm not saying we're scot-free. I'm not saying that there is no risk of SHIB coming all the way back down and losing it like we've talked about. I just don't particularly think it's the most likely scenario, not at least right now. And so, of course, I will continue to update you on that every single day as we have been doing. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you're somebody who's trying to get better at all this crypto stuff, maybe you want to see in times when every now and then when I'm buying, or every now and then when I'm selling, or changes that I'm making, or just get extra insights about what's happening in the market, or moves that we can make, or how people are feeling, or I gave them a 7-minute voice message the other day talking about my strategy for buying during the bull market, just stuff like that. Or maybe you want daily technical analysis, fundamental analysis, we have professional trade teams, all that. If you want access to all these things that are making people learn at a rate faster than I've ever seen before, all you need to do is head down to the Patreon, and it's the cost of a Netflix subscription or less. $17 a month or $5 a month. It's going to get you access access to the Discord server, which gets you access to the things I told you about, 2 professional trading teams, 2 premium classes, but multiple coming out. I have one releasing basically every single week. I released one a few days ago on the Fibonacci's, and before that was a master class with my financial friend on our 5 keys to bull market investing. We have premium live workshops. We had one yesterday with Crypto Atlas where he gave a beginner's guide to XRP Ripple. I have 5 total beginners courses for the $5 a month tier that will be released, and for, of course, the bigger tier, but, you know, for the beginners, right? And this, of course, goes over technical analysis. This is a 30-minute video. It has a 17 to 20 page PDF with it, 2 cheat sheets that come along with it, and much more. I have 4 more of these releasing over the coming weeks. I have one releasing tomorrow on leverage trading, so of course that will be pretty cool. We have Tyler's tips, which are 2 to 3 minute long videos going over random stuff like a tour around TradingView, creating and tracking parallel channels, 6 important websites, etc., etc. And of course, finally, the community, which has been going nuts. People are learning and they're executing and they're implementing strategies in the game plans and they're refining their skills. And as a result, people have been making gains. You can see it. I don't even need to read out all these gains. It is insane the amount of gains that are being pushed in this server right now. And so if you want to be one of these people making these gains and learning all of this stuff, just head down to the link down to the Patreon. And again, for a Netflix subscription or less, you're capable of getting in. So go check that out. And don't forget, if you do want to trade a little SHIB yourself, you get that 10% bonus over on BTCC. But overall, of course, I will continue to update you probably tomorrow as we do get more information and data on whether or not we're going to see this hold a support or not. So do stay tuned for that. You guys know I like to post 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 videos every single day. So if you have been enjoying that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.